What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy, and I still haven't gotten a chance to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 yet, but I said in my initial, weekend wrap-up video from last week, excuse me, that you can't really get a good telling of how a movie is going to do off of 1 week. You always have to get that second weekend, see what the drop-off is, see what the retention rates are, how many people are there, how well did it do, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 did really well, actually. Pretty darn decent. No, 214 million pulled in domestically, internationally 350 million, sitting about 530 million, but it still has to make about 700 million before it breaks even, or somewhere around there, give or take. And hopefully it's done naturally by the box office and not by Disney wackadoodly doody, where they pay themselves to basically put it over the even mark, even though it didn't really break even. But hey, it has a chance. It's doing really well. It pulled in the money, it pulled in the stuff. International box office is where it's really skyrocketing, and China's still number one. Then you got the UK, Mexico, South Korea, so on and so forth. The thing is, this movie has to continue having legs. And in order to make that $700 million to break even and potentially $1.3 billion to try to help recoup all the losses that Disney is going to potentially make with the Marvels and what have you, the reason it did so well this weekend is because there was no competition. What's out in the theaters right now that a lot of people haven't already seen, aren't really interested in, what have you, nothing. Until this weekend. Fast 10. I ain't a Fast and Furious fan. I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. I think it's kind of stupid. Paul Walker, that movie came out. Yeah, that had some heartbeat and some emotions, but Fast and the Furious 10. In America, fast movies don't do that great. Internationally, though, they're beloved. People love these movies internationally. So there's that. What's after that? The Little Mermaid. Now, I don't really hope The Little Mermaid does well. I think it's going to be a flop. I think it's going to be a disaster. And I think it's going to be laughable. But here's another thing that Guardians is going to have to go up against is The Little Mermaid. Another thing that Disney's really trying to push out. Disney's trying to get people to go watch this movie. Oh, well, then into June, you got Into the Spider-Verse. Or Across the Spider-Verse, whichever one it is. Spider-Verse something. Movie I have no interest in. I think it has they're going heavy into the political realm. But it's still... First one did really well. We'll see how the second one does. This is also competition for Guardians. Another movie that is being highly pushed and people are very excited for. Me, not so much. What else do we have? Oh, we have Transformers Rise of the Beast, another blockbuster. I think it's going to be garbage. Who knows? Gotta wait. Gotta wait and see. I think it's going to be utter trash. Why do I want a black and brown storyline in my giant fighting robot story? Oh, and then after that, you got The Flash. Actually, same weekend, you got one after another. You got The Flash, which is being heavily pushed because of the Michael Keaton angle. This movie also has to make a lot of money, but again, this has a lot of hype behind it. And then I don't really want to count this one into the running, but I might as well throw it in. You also got Indiana Jones. Don't really want to throw this one into this running because it comes out at the tail end of June, but it's still there. Your 45-day window about these are your main competition right here. So we go boop, 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 boop. How will Guardians of the Galaxy fare? I don't know. I can't see the future. I can't predict the future. The thing is, though, these are blockbusters. These are mega hits. These are things that people want, that studios are pushing a lot of money behind to try to get people to go see. A lot of marketing's behind this. A lot of marketing was, now that I think about it, not a lot of marketing was pushed behind Guardians 3. Now it's being kind of carried via good word of mouth. There's a lot, it's mixed reactions here and there. Some people really like it. Some people really hate it. Some people are mixed, what have you. But for the most part, I think word of mouth is what's carrying this movie. I think it's the end of the Guardians franchise that is carrying this movie. How strong is this, though, in modern Marvel? Yeah, it's doing really well now. But this international box office will get hindered by Fast 10. Fast X, Fast 10, what have you. Whatever it's called. I'm not a Fast fan. So this is going to hinder your international market. You got this that's being heavily pushed that will probably hinder your domestic box office. This, highly anticipated. I don't want to see it whatsoever. I think it's going to be a travesty. But highly anticipated. Going to hinder your box office again. Highly anticipated. I think it's going to be garbage. Hinder your box office again. All of these are going to hurt your bottom dollar. Next weekend will be an interesting showing for Guardians. And I want to be on. I want to be fair to Guardians. I like Guardians. I haven't seen Guardians 3 yet. I don't know if I can make time to go see Guardians 3, in all honesty. I probably will have to wait till it comes out to Blu-ray DVD to purchase it or something, or stream it in some way. That way I can give an honest review. I've heard interesting things. I've heard awful things. I want to give it a shot because I like the Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought they were a good movie, but this is also a movie from Phase 3. This movie was supposed to come out pre-Endgame. And it feels out of place from what I'm gathering. It feels like the before times, but it also feels kind of out of place. And that's sad. It's sad to see the Guardians potentially flop. It still has a potential, folks. It has to make that $700 million mark to break even. It could probably do it this weekend, but this is its third weekend. And then you got Fast 9. The international box office is what is carrying this movie right now. It's not the domestic. And I know they're close, but close only counts in horseshoes and cigar and hand grenades. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.